Hello, a very good afternoon, good morning, and how are you doing? The name is Marvin as usual, and we are here for another entertaining and good segment. And guess what? This time around, we're talking about sports. Yes, my channel is a 360 channel. We talk about a lot of things, politics, entertainment, and a lot. So today, we're talking about sports, and today I'm joined by some informative men, good at stats. They can critique very well and give you good analysis. I will allow them to introduce themselves and then we start our show today. I'll start with Coach.
Good. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Mark. He calls me coach, but I'm not really a coach. I am just a person who likes a lot of sports. I like games. I like NBA. I like football. I like all these other things, and so many other things. That's me, and I'm a Man U fan.
Oh, okay.
Regrettably.
That's amazing. Allow him to introduce himself also.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Benja.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Benji. United fan, NBA fan, and all round.
Women fan.
All that sports, huh? What else? No. No. I think that's enough for me.
Okay.
That's enough.
So today we're talking about sports, and I'll just say as you're watching, please subscribe, like, share, and we comment, and we go to grow together. So we're going to start with Champions League. We'll allow everyone to talk about the Wednesday games. Real Madrid versus Arsenal, and then PSG. Which game is that?
PSG.
Inter.
It's actually
It's Inter.
Inter Bayern.
Inter Bayern, yeah. So I will allow Benja to start with the Madrid game and Arsenal here at Burnham.
The game was actually Madrid was outplayed. And also that. People are dreaming.
Yeah.
Madrid has done it before. They are so clutch. But guys, let us face reality. No one can make Arteta concede 3 goals. 3 goals. Arteta. Don't win Arteta. Arteta can gain a low block right from the first minute to the 90. He can do that every game. Yeah, he's actually the new Mourinho now. Teams are so defensive.
Yeah.
And I honestly don't think. Okay, let us first elaborate. Madrid has a good team. No one can dispute that. No one can dispute the fact that Vini can come through on a good day. Mbappe can come through. They can hurt you on the break, even via normal play. These are creative players, the best in the world. Yeah, Ballon d'Or contenders, what. But we should also factor in Arsenal. They're actually one of the best defensive teams in Europe right now.
Yeah.
They're disciplined. I don't know if Gabriel won't be around, but we also give you starting so well. They have functional fullbacks, Timber, so solid. There is then Calafiori. He didn't play last time.
Yeah.
But I think if he's fit, he would be the better option because sometimes they use instead of Calafiori, they use
Skill.
Miles. Actually, there is Skelly.
Yeah.
He was actually a very good player that day. He was one of the best performers of Arsenal because he was dropping into the midfield, creating, covering that role that Odegaard leaves when he goes in front. But Arsenal, the fact is, to give you a fair analysis of that game, Madrid is home, Arsenal is away. It's at the Bernabeu. I don't think Arsenal, it'll be like the third time Arsenal is coming to the Bernabeu. The new Bernabeu, Arsenal has never come to it. Madrid have a tactic of closing the stadium, the dome, the roof, so that their fans make a lot of noise. Yeah. And if you've seen clearly at the Bernabeu, the away fans are always they are sat at the very last of the stand in the stands. They sit at the very top. So the noise you make actually, however many you are, it's hard to get recognized given the Madrid fans because first of all they occupy the lower stands. Then there are always so many because normally the away fans tickets, they don't exceed 20,000.
Yeah.
The Bernabeu is an 85,000 seater. Imagine you're going to have less than 20,000 fans. They've closed the roof. Versus now like 65. I presume the Bernabeu is going to be full. It's a Champions League game, the quarterfinal.
Yeah.
The fans are going to be a huge factor for Madrid. I see Madrid scoring 1-2 goals, but I don't see Madrid scoring 4 goals against Arsenal at the Bernabeu. I don't see that. I know People are enthusiastic.
Yeah.
People are optimistic. I'm a little bit pessimistic given what Arsenal has done. It's so hard to put 3 past Arsenal. We've known Arteta for that at least. They have improved their defense. Madrid, even can come through, we all know that. But the game is going to be so tight. I feel like there's going to be zero margin for error in that game.
Coach, let's give Coach an opportunity to talk about that game.
So, you answered the question that everyone wants to know. Everybody wants to know, like, what is going to happen? Is Madrid going to complete the comeback? I honestly think that Madrid can complete the comeback.
Yeah.
Really?
It's not something that is out of proportion. It is just 3-0. A 2-0 scoreline at halftime can spell doom for Arsenal and Arsenal supporters.
Yeah, it can.
It is important to note that Arsenal, as much as their defense has been clutch, if we can use the word clutch,
Yeah,
it has been clutch. But Kiwiyo is a bit suspect. We have seen Kiwiyo from time to time. He's a bit suspect. Yeah, Skelly is a young kid. The Bernabeu is a different atmosphere. And credit to Arteta, because Arteta had only one home win under his belt in a European knockout game, and then he got that one in style, moreover.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, you have when they say aim for the sky, Declan Rice actually hit the sky. Now that guy scored 2 free kicks, and he was out of this world.
Yeah.
But the fact still remains the fact. Madrid is not cohesive. Madrid does not act as a unit.
Yeah.
You know what they need? They need to get rid of Mbappe. That's my personal opinion.
Oh.
My personal opinion. It's an unpopular opinion.
Let me ask.
We need to get rid of Mbappe.
Do you think Madrid stands a better chance at beating Arsenal if Mbappe is out of the squad?
If Carlo Ancelotti is watching this right now, he'll be thinking this guy is a fool, because you cannot put 100 million on the bench. You cannot put 150 million on the bench.
Yeah,
but
true.
the fact is, he's not good for the team. Put
But
Bellingham back
he has
where
scored
we
the
know
goals.
that
He
Bellingham
has scored
does.
the goals. What you say? He has been scoring.
Bellingham was almost Ballon d'Or level at false 9. I think he was one of the best false 9s I've seen since the Roberto Firmino times. And you can see that there is something there. There is something brewing. That team just needs a little bit. Dennis Ceballos is back from injury, so that's an added boost to Real Madrid.
Yeah.
And so we'll have to wait and see that. That's my honest assessment. I think Madrid is going to win, but it will take a little bit more, something special, something magical. When you talked about closing the roof, something like that.
Yeah, that would count.
When we talk about Bayern,
we have seen Madrid coming back from a 3-0 margin.
Yeah.
That was during the Chelsea game, if you remember. They've done many comebacks. Do you believe this time around it's going to happen?
Well, a 3-0 comeback needs character, because we're not looking at 3 goals, we're looking at 4 goals. And scoring 4 goals against Arsenal is unheard of, as Benja said earlier. It's just unheard of. But it's not something out of the realm of possibility. I mean,
of course it's
PSG
possible.
Barcelona. I remember a young kid waking up and realizing that Barcelona had scored those many goals, and I thought about it and I was like, that isn't possible. There must have been some match fixing going on, but the fact is, Madrid doesn't need match fixing to win this game. They just need good football, and Carlo Ancelotti is the master of good football.
Your prediction for the game?
My prediction for the game. I want to go with the comeback. I mean the comeback.
You.
I saw a 5-1. I saw a 5-1 score, like 5-1 Real Madrid.
Okay, Benja, what's your prediction?
2-1.
Okay, Coach, we start with Inter.
Okay, Inter
The
Milan.
Inter game, yeah.
Inzaghi's team is amazing. Those guys went to the Allianz Arena and did something that's very interesting. They put Bayern on the back foot. Vincent Kompany, though, you can say he's a rookie in these things of Champions League knockout games, but the fact is, man, he has a really good squad. And Thomas Muller already has that habit he has had. That man is, I don't know how many years old. There is speculation to his future at the end of the season, but the fact is, he still keeps popping up in the right spots, and that's what he did last time.
Yeah.
This time, however, we are banking on Inter's amazing defense. A good attack wins games, but defense wins championships. And that's what Inter has. Inter has a really good defense. Inter has a defense that is able to blow any other team out of the water. So Bayern has Harry Kane, who is one of the best strikers I have ever seen. But I think Inter just has enough. And then there's the crowd at San Siro. If you factor in those guys who are like, they call them the 12th man. Those guys are like the 12th, 13th, and 14th man. So it's Inter for me, man.
Okay, Benja.
Inter, it's a
Inter
no-brainer
Bayern.
actually. It's a no-brainer. Last week when Inter went to Allianz, picked a win, it was actually going to be 2-0, but Muller popped up Inter. Inter is not all about talent, it's about dedication, commitment, seriousness. It's the best at it. Seen Inter beat better teams. Inter was giving back us without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
But the coach is a rookie, just like Coach Mark said. The coach is a rookie. He doesn't have experience in such kinds of games. So, factoring in all those issues, and I mean,
You're all leaving out Bayern.
no way on this earth can Bayern beat Inter at San Siro. Actually, even at Allianz.
Of course, they failed. So
And by the way, going man for man, Inter is actually better than Bayern.
on paper,
On paper.
Well,
sure.
Not in all departments.
that's debatable.
Not in all departments, but I can tell you the output from the Inter players is actually underrated. Those guys are serious. Have you seen Chalanolu?
Yeah, talk about it.
Yeah.
Have you seen Chalanolu? Have you seen Di Marco? The seriousness.
Mm.
Dumfries. Thuram. Wow. Lautaro. Actually, Lautaro is the only talented player in Inter. Where you can say he's so talented.
But let's be honest.
But they've been competing at the highest level for a
Benja,
long
let's
time.
be honest. You'd rather have Bayern in FIFA.
In FIFA, oh, wait, yeah. But
Another
they have Ken, they have a 90, striker rated 90.
Okay.
But man,
Let's give our predictions for the game.
predictions, I would actually go to Inter.
Inter.
Yeah, make it so simple for Bayern.
Coach.
Though it can be more.
Okay.
3
3-0.
for Inter. I remember there's a
3-4.
team they blew out. There's a team they blew out of the water. I think it was AC Milan last year. This is something similar. Yeah, I feel it in my gut. 3-0.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll give Bayern 2-1.
I'm going for the goals. I'm going for goals galore.
Can you give us the aggregate? Because if you say 2-1, that's 2-1, that is tied.
No, okay, Bayern to win.
But
Bayern
Hey, Bayern to
Bayern
win.
to qualify.
Hey, to qualify.
Oh.
We go to the NBA. The NBA, the playoffs are about to start. I'll start with you, Benja. What's your say on the NBA?
NBA,
The playoffs.
How was the regular season?
regular season, I'll talk about the Western.
Yeah.
You talk about the Eastern. Now, I'll give you just a preview of
Yeah,
the
it's okay,
Western.
it's okay.
Okay, the NBA, the Western standings, number 1 was OKC, Oklahoma City Thunder, by MVP in quotes, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then the number 2 are Houston Rockets. It was actually surprising to everyone because it's a very young team.
Yeah.
They don't have stars, but they were so solid actually. They surprised everyone.
The coach is a star though.
The coach is a star. Coach is a star.
Ime is not.
True.
Ime is a star.
Then number 3, the Lakers.
No one expected that.
No. People expected that actually. After addition of Luka.
Okay.
And many people I know, many people watching are actually Lakers fans. So they love that. You know,
Yeah.
Lakers has LeBron, so
Yeah.
people follow it a lot. The number 4 was actually the Clippers.
Yeah.
The Los Angeles Clippers. Harden boys, Kawhi. The number 5 was number 5. Was it? It was number 5.
I forget to know number 5.
Yeah, because the 6 was Timberwolves. Then 7. Okay, now that was the order.
Yeah,
I won't name
it's
everything
yeah.
because some teams are just made.
Yeah.
But I would say, okay, the best team was obviously the first. That is OKC,
Okay.
Oklahoma City Thunder. They've been so consistent. Actually, they won 54 games. That is crazy. Because if I tell you, they won 54, 64. But then the second team won 52. So you can see the range of the wins.
Yeah.
The second team won 52. Then the third 50, that is Lakers. Others won
Yeah.
40s, but
Yeah.
OKC had 60 wins. It's actually
Okay.
crazy. Now, the playoffs are set actually today. Which I
No,
have
before you go to the playoffs, who was your best player from?
best player from the Western Conference in the
Yeah.
regular season for me, none other than the Joker, Nikola Jokic.
So why were you talking about Shea?
Shea. I said in quotes.
In quotes.
yeah.
In quotes. Oh, okay.
Shai,
Cool.
I can tell you, they are going to give Shai the MVP because
Yeah.
even last year he was the first runner-up. But
Voter fatigue. They call it voter fatigue.
and sympathizing
They're
with
just
Shai.
sympathizing because he's North American.
If I tell you
So he
that
doesn't deserve.
Okay, he deserves it. He has been performing, but
Okay.
Jokic has been on another level. This has actually been his best season apart from the other
Yeah.
championship. But it has been arguable. He has averaged a triple-double.
Exactly.
No one has ever done that. Averaging a triple-double a season. Man, that has been crazy. When he's out of the Nuggets team, how you see that he has a very big influence? When he's out of the Nuggets team, all the
Yeah.
games he has not played, the Nuggets are way different. They are way different. So, a player like that, I mean, Jokic is out of this world.
Okay, the playoffs.
And the playoffs,
Mm.
actually, I'm rooting for the Timberwolves. Though the playoffs, they are playing the Lakers first.
Okay.
So it's so tricky because Lakers are a very good team.
Yeah, they are.
The Lakers are a very good team, I can tell you. Lakers in 5.
Lakers in 5.
Lakers in 5. Lakers in 5. Yeah, they're a very good team, and they have Doncic.
Yeah.
Doncic is one of them. I can say he's top 4
Yeah.
in the NBA. They have
Okay,
LeBron.
yeah.
They have Reeves, underrated. Austin Reeves is
Yeah.
so underrated. He's
Yeah.
a very good 3-pointer. He's a small forward.
Well,
Talking
talking of big threes, is there a big three better than those three? AR, Luka, and LeBron.
Actually,
Like, to be honest, is there a big three in the NBA?
in the NBA right now,
Yeah.
a big 3 like that one, I would say Jalen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Derrick White or Joe Holiday stroke.
Interesting. There are a lot of people who disagree.
So,
Okay, give your prediction.
prediction,
Yeah.
the overall,
Yeah, how you see it.
Overall.
So, you can predict now.
overall, I would say, later on we shall give you the matchup, just reading them of the playoffs and the playing tournament.
Yeah.
Overall, I think if the Timberwolves beat the Lakers, they'll go ahead and win it. But if the Lakers beat the Timberwolves, they'll go ahead and win. Because even Oklahoma City Thunder, even last season, they were the number 1. But they were beaten
Yeah.
in the playoffs. They were beaten at the first round. That's how crazy it is.
Okay, coach. Give it.
Someone wants me to talk about the East.
You
After
talk
talking
about the
about
East.
the spicy West. After talking about the
Hey,
spicy
it's
West.
okay.
Anyway, it's okay. It's
You
okay.
wrap up
The
the Eastern
okay,
side.
the
and-
East is spicy. I've been on the Cleveland train since the beginning of the season.
So it's
Um,
okay.
Sure.
My brother-in-law is he's a big basketball fan, and I was telling him, how about Cleveland? When Cleveland had just gone on that run, yeah,
Yeah.
they had barely lost a game or two, and they had won 20. So they had won 20 games, and they had lost about 5 games. So that was about like 4 times the number of games they have lost.
Yeah.
That was incredible, and it was something special. They were going for something magical this season. And me personally, I think this Cleveland team has been magical. Kenny Atkinson has proven that he's a really good coach.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a really good coach. He has pulled that team,
Yeah.
and he didn't even add so much. Okay, he added Hunter and he added those other pieces, but you can see that it didn't really take so much. That's the same Cleveland we knew from a year back. We'll have to see how they do in the playoffs because
Yeah.
Garland's maturity, man. But we can always depend on Donovan Mitchell. That's the thing.
So I had this.
What other?
Is
Are
it
there
there?
any other teams worth talking about? Because
Yeah,
I'm
you
going
can
to
talk
look at the stands.
Talk about
No,
the
we
Celtics.
can talk about the Celtics. The Celtics are the defending champions.
Yeah,
Everyone knows that
yeah,
the Celtics
yeah,
are the defending champions, and they're the team to beat. And Cleveland versus Boston in the regular season was a very interesting matchup. But it ended 2-2 on aggregate, so
Oh.
we don't know what's going to happen when they meet in the playoffs.
Okay.
Which I think they are going to do, because when I look at the other teams like the Knicks looked nice at the beginning of the season. They looked nice.
underrating the Knicks.
They looked nice.
Actually,
They really
half-post
did look
Europe.
nice. They looked nice. They got what's his name?
Carl
They
Anthony
got, not
Towns.
Towns. They got the other guy, Bridges.
Bridges,
They got Bridges,
then
and then they
Brunson.
got Brunson. They have Brunson.
Then
They
Kat.
got Kat.
Okay, a
They
good
still have
trio.
Josh Hart. They still have a lot of players. But man, Tom Thibodeau has played those guys for a lot of minutes. Some of those guys are getting jaded. They're getting exhausted. They might not have the legs to carry them past the second round of the playoffs. They have really not rested. The load management has been bizarre, atrocious. It has been terrible.
And actually, even Brunson is just coming
Yeah.
back from injury.
Have you got
I
the
feel like
matches?
he was rushed.
Yeah, the Pacers. The next team on the table is the Pacers.
Talk
The
about
Bucks.
Pacers.
The Pacers are actually a really
About
good
the
team
team,
because
yeah.
I like Tyrese, but it's a one.
Man, sure.
It's a one-man show. They have Miles Turner. They have those guys. They have those other guys in the background, but really, there's nothing spectacular unless a team comes up. Maybe they can be a dark horse.
Yeah.
Everyone is looking at them. A team I'm very interested in is the Hawks. I hated their fall. When they lost DeAndre Hunter to Cleveland, that fall was bad. It was bad and they didn't recover. The other teams, I really don't want to talk about the other teams. Maybe let's shout out to Detroit, because Detroit hasn't been there for a while.
Yeah, first give us the matches.
Detroit hasn't been there for a while.
Playoffs.
Quick.
What we're going to look at the
playoffs.
we're going to look at the playoffs. But the playoffs are beginning with their play-in
Playing
tournament.
tonight.
Yeah.
And the play-in tournament is just usually those first teams.
Okay.
So the 7th and 8th seed teams are playing today at time of recording. But we shall know the seeding and the games when the play tournament is
Okay.
going. So that is a story for another day. But as far as predictions go, from the East, honestly, it's Boston or Cleveland. Everybody has been saying it's Boston or Cleveland. Any other team other than Boston or Cleveland would be a severe shock. I personally think those two teams combined have an 80% chance of going through.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
As for me,
Yeah.
I am rooting for.
What team am I rooting?
I am going to root for Cleveland or the Lakers. That's it. Let me just keep it simple.
Okay. Benja.
Overall.
Benja, you're looking for which team?
Yeah, as I said, Timberwolves and Lakers, one of them. But the problem is they are playing each other in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah.
Lakers in 5.
Lakers in 5. Lakers, definitely.
We go to the Premier League.
Just a quick word about a quick word about the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah.
You know, they've been so disappointing. And this is a team that has Bradley Beal, that has Kevin Durant, it has Devin Booker.
I know.
That is a wild three. Any team would dream to have that. The Suns had it. They didn't even make it to the playoffs. So they have been so underwhelming. So underwhelming.
Shout out to the Clippers, by the way. Kawhi has been on a tear.
Yeah.
Those guys have, in the last, how many games? 18-2?
Yeah,
In the regular season?
16-2.
16-2?
They sent the Warriors to the play-in tournament.
They sent the Warriors to the play.
Tournament.
After ending
Home.
16-2. It's like the other day we weren't seeing them in the playoffs. Now they are in the playoffs.
Yeah.
After
Shout out.
Kawhi
And Harden.
silencing the haters.
Kawhi, not yet. Just relax. Not yet.
Anyway, quick, we go to the Premier League. There were many games over the weekend. We saw teams losing, fighting hard. We're going to focus on the big teams. We saw Tottenham losing to Wolves. Is it 4-2, right?
Yeah.
We saw United doing the same also. That it was
United.
4-1.
What did you guys say?
You lost 4-1.
What did you do?
We saw Chelsea also
bad
coming
defense.
from behind to make it 2-2. Man City
Coming
over
from behind to win 5-2.
we saw Arsenal and
As in confusion.
on the side of a person who's betting, I believe the weekend was tough for them.
So terrible.
I know.
Terrible.
I know.
Terrible.
Yes.
I know. So I want to start
terrible.
from the Tottenham team losing a 4-2 to Wolves. Give
And
your-
we have a problem. We have two coaches in the league who are so rigid.
yeah.
And when I say rigid, look at my finger right now. My finger can't bend. Yeah?
Hey,
They just can't seem to change. Whatever they need to, they can't seem to change. Ange
Yeah.
Postecoglou, you are one of them. The second one is that guy in Manchester, Ruben.
Am I right?
Can't seem
At least
to
give him
get
some
out
credit.
of the rigid. Let me tell you.
yeah.
Yeah, you tried your system with Lucas Bagwell. You've tried your system, man. That high line is not helping you, man. You are 3 points from 18th. You are 3 points. 1 to 3
Relegation.
from 3.
From
1
relegation.
to 3 from 8. You are 1 to 3 points from the 17th spot outside relegation. That is not good for a top big 6 team. And these two are not big 6. They are the bottoms. What's the opposite of big? Small. The small 2. Not the small 2 in the big 6.
They have a big game of Europa. Frankfurt, right?
They have a big game in Europa, Frankfurt. Can they do it against Frankfurt? I don't know. Hugo Ikitike, he's not scoring a lot, but he's making
Yeah.
a lot of noise in Europe.
Yeah, true.
Teams want him. I don't want him at Man U personally. I see all the rumors. And by the way, can
So
we stop
weak.
with all the rumors?
So weak.
man?
So weak.
It's so weak, man. Can we stop with all the rumors, man? I'm tired of these guys coming from outside the Premier League
Yeah.
thinking that they are built for the Premier League. No,
Yeah.
not everyone is Matthias Cunha.
Benji, talk.
But we all know, actually, I blame the coach for fielding weak players who are known worldwide. Because Lindelof, I tell you, if I was in United and I'm a striker, I would actually volunteer to play defense. If maybe in case
Yeah.
all our defenders are injured, not
The
to
same
play
is
Lindelof.
true for the defenders. If I was Harry Maguire, I would volunteer to play strike because if somebody told me this, Harry Maguire is a better striker than Rasmus Højlund.
Højlund.
It's funny, but it's true.
Losing to
United,
to
we
Newcastle.
we lost 4-1.
Yeah.
The Newcastle first scored, then we replied with a goal. The goal was so lucky,
Yeah,
it was against the run of play. 100% against the run of play.
There was no big
Then,
game.
just like United always does,
Yeah.
individual errors always cost us
Yeah.
those points, and the coach cannot do anything about it. I don't, but we all knew we couldn't beat Newcastle. Newcastle is a top team. It has just beaten Liverpool at a final. That
Yeah.
is not joking. And who are their home.
Yeah.
And it's so hard to win a game of football at the St. James Park. I
Yeah.
can tell you that.
Yeah.
The fans are crazy. They're worried. And
Judy's-
it's a United team that basically has no striker.
Judy's the
It only has Fernandez as the dad, the mom, the kid. Everything is Fernandez, the granny. It's always Fernandez. So if he doesn't show up, and you don't expect him to show up every time because this is a guy that gets to play 60 games in a regular season. I mean, that is crazy. So that was expected. I wouldn't say United fan was surprised that we lost 4-1. It would have been more.
Oh.
Yeah. So no one was surprised.
Yeah, it wasn't as good.
Anyways, I chill out on that team.
Europa game.
Europa game? I don't. Obviously.
Because you rested a lot of players for the game. Okay, some good number.
Okay, we are going to beat Lyon because Lyon is worse than us. That's the only reason to stay away.
It is not guaranteed. It is not our God-given birthright to beat Lyon. We have
Yeah.
to prove that we can beat Lyon on
Yeah.
the pitch. It's our pitch. It's our home. Our fans are the best fans at making noise and supporting their teams. They're the best at it. We might have a leaking stadium. We might have all the problems that come along with being a Manchester United fan. But let me tell you something. Those fans are going to be there. They're going to support. And we're going to give Lyon a hell of a day. I don't know if Tom Hinton in goal is going to make as few mistakes as possible as the other two guys, but we shall wait and see.
Who is in goal? Tom Hinton.
It might be Tommy.
We are trying out new things now. You didn't know.
Not by
you didn't hear. You didn't hear. We're trying out new things
we're
because
trying out new
by injuries now, Onana is gone. Like he's really like Onana is really not
Bayern is so bad.
So
It's so poor.
choosing between
Compared to
Onana.
Onana.
Choosing
I know,
between
maybe they're the same, but
choosing between Onana and Bayern is like choosing between different levels of hell. You're still going to hell.
exactly.
It is. There's nothing fun about it.
talk about Chelsea. Chelsea and
Chelsea,
Brentford.
It was
I mean
which team was it?
Ipswich.
Ipswich. It was a 2-0 draw.
Yeah, to imagine
Chelsea is
coming from behind on that small team.
a
that
lot of
is
the
there.
talk on the street is about Chelsea being underwhelming. Yeah.
Yeah.
And as a team, I expected much from. I didn't expect to feel better about Bournemouth than about Chelsea this season, especially when we reached the midway point.
Yeah.
And Chelsea was on a hot streak.
Yeah.
They were playing very well. But you see, it's like a one-man show over here. Cole Palmer is gone and Jadon Sancho can step up. Noni Madueke can step up.
Yeah,
These guys are. Some of them, they're on the precipice of becoming world-class players, but they're just not there yet. But I see a lot of good in what Chelsea does. In the play, in the team, there is a lot going good for your team.
Maybe they're feeling good about it. But I think
Marvin is really good because I don't usually
But I think
talk
it's
about his team.
It doesn't really stop.
I don't know if to talk guys about his team.
But our team is bad. You can't. We have missed over 79 chances.
But you have to admit
That are
that you
so
guys-
good. So
Next season, you guys are going to have a great team.
Let's-
you have
let's
a lot
pray.
of good players coming from Lyon. One of them is actually Lyon,
is it?
playing very well. I don't know, is it Renato Vega?
Renato Vega.
What? You have a lot of
it's not in.
Lyon. He's in Roma.
Is in the team that is in France League
France,
One, but
yeah.
but
Okay.
I don't remember the team very well.
So
I'll talk about Man City. The Man City game, yeah.
Basically, actually, I watched the City game just from here.
Kevin
That-
De Bruyne.
Oh yeah. Okay, there are three factors to that City game.
Would you believe the comeback was there?
There was, I was watching that game actually. It was Palace scored those first two goals, chap. Then immediately City scored the first. That was KDB.
Yeah.
It was actually at De Bruyne show. Was after the second goal. Actually, City conceded the third, but luckily enough, it was offside. So from then on, it was a City show
Yeah.
until the 90. Because Crystal Palace were playing so well before they started conceding, but when they started conceding, the whole game plan fell apart. City was dominating. The first half ended 2-2, but it was supposed to end 3-2. City were just missing chances. Crystal Palace had actually lost it by the end of the first half. I thought in the second half they would actually think about sitting back,
Back and
then
defend.
catching Palace on the City
City
on the break,
yeah.
but they didn't do it. They didn't respect City. They also wanted to play. They also wanted to possess, play that open ball. That was a rub for them.
Can somebody find me Erling Haaland?
They asked for Jib.
Where is Erling Haaland?
No. Okay, you can make a case and say they don't need Erling Haaland anymore because they
They
have
do not
Mamush.
do
But
Mamush.
I can tell you they
need him, yeah.
need Erling Haaland
Mhm.
because Mamush cannot suffice alone.
We talk
Because
about
this was a very weak Palace side by the defensively.
yeah.
They did
we talk about the positions in the Premier League. Okay, number 1 is already sealed. Number 2, we can't talk
The
about
Premier
that.
League is actually
But
falling off. There's no competition in the Premier League.
No. We talk about
There
the-
is
the-
competition,
now
but among the teams, small
from
teams.
the third team
Relegation
to
battle.
from the third team to the seventh. I think they're separated by either 2 points or 1 point.
But remember, the Premier League is taking 5
5
slots
teams.
to the
Yeah.
Champions League.
So I want you to give a prediction on that. Number 3, 4, 5.
It's actually so unpredictable because all the teams
As of
there,
now, yeah.
I can tell you all the teams there are average. City is average, Chelsea is average.
Nottingham Forest.
Nottingham Forest is
It's
it's
there,
also average.
and
It's
Newcastle.
third, it's dropping points. There's Newcastle. All those teams, they can lose a game of football.
Yeah.
And you can never say Chelsea is going to win this game. You cannot say that with City, even in Newcastle. So all the teams are mid, they're average, and they're so unpredictable. So if I sit here and I tell you, maybe City will make it because of the experience.
Yeah.
City might be under squad. I feel like even Newcastle, Nottingham as well. I think Chelsea won't make it.
Fucking hell.
So we have 5 slots.
Yeah.
I think
Five,
about 5
yeah.
slots. I can already put in 4 of the big 6. That's me. You can put
Okay.
in Liverpool, Arsenal,
City.
Chelsea,
And
City. And then that 5th spot, I'm gonna give it to Nottingham.
Not Newcastle.
You know, Nottingham has led more than it has failed to lose. Like in matches, I was looking at this from Opta, and they like the amount of time spent in winning positions. Nottingham Forest is leading the league, yeah, and that is even with Liverpool, who are almost very tidy,
Okay.
which shows something that Nottingham is really good at getting the lead and keeping the lead, and that's going to serve them very well. Newcastle is on a hot streak, but who
Yeah.
knows? One injury, they are Kieran Trippier injury away from falling off.
Okay.
Yeah.
We go local. The under 17 qualified for the World Cup. That's an amazing achievement and a big step and history making actually. I think the first team to qualify for the World Cup, right?
Yeah, actually, the first
In
Ugandan
Uganda.
footballing team. We're not talking about
Because
the
netball.
men's.
Oh, we're talking about
Leave
football.
Leave
Football.
netball, leave rugby. We're talking about football. The sport that gets the most money from from the government.
I'm so sure that you guys follow that.
Yeah, we follow.
Yeah, we follow that game because the young kids give us hope. Because
What is the style of football you play?
they actually are more expressive. They're very attacking.
I didn't know.
They're very attacking. Unlike the senior team, who without a few moments of
It's
Alan
covered,
Okello brilliance and other small
Because it's
guys,
covered, the camera
And other
at the
small
back
guys.
end of the phone, it's covered.
Yeah.
it will make life very hard for them. Yeah?
Yeah.
Now, one thing I was so happy about that
Yeah.
until I realized that they only qualified because they have increased the format, the way they have increased the format of the World Cups. So because they increased to 48 teams, now Uganda has a chance to
We are going
sneak
to
in there.
extra
We're going to
spots.
fluke in there, and it's going to be like this. It's going
But-
to be
but-
like
but performance-wise,
Desire Ayera at the rugby.
No, performance-
basically,
performance
they
was
increased the number of
shouting
slots for us to
and enjoying life.
participate.
I know. The
Yeah,
but
on format.
on paper,
True.
on paper, those guys performed well. Okay, the first game they lost
Yeah.
3
Mhm.
to 3-0, then but they've been performing well. Almost even the last game they were failing. Not until James Bogele gave them a brace of 2-1, and then that's how we qualified.
Shout out to James Bogue. He's very
Yeah.
underrated, but he's very good.
Uh,
A lot of people like the way he plays.
But where does he play from? Like from
It's-
from
it's-
Uganda or
no, not
apart from
Uganda.
outside?
No, it's
Oh, I
called.
knew, obvious. There is no way a player in the Ugandan league can shine on the international stage.
What I know is there are a lot of players from my old school.
Like
I'm
who?
not going to talk about them.
Like
But there are
outside,
players-
outside.
I am very sure from my old
That's
school.
not to shine.
I am
was
very
Farouk
sure
Mia,
that
right? But
yes,
currently
but
he has
I
no
know
team.
there are
He's in
many.
Uganda.
There are many from that school.
There are many.
Okay,
On
he's
Chitende
chilling.
Hill.
He's chilling
There are very
in Baz.
many who are in that squad.
He has no
I
team.
know there are
He
many.
has no team.
Then when you
Chilling
go
in Baz.
to the Uganda Premier League, KCCA
Congratulations.
is not doing well. It lost to Bull 2-0.
It lost there.
Yeah, 2-0. Then Vipers and
Vipers.
Express, it was
It was
2-2.
2-2.
Yeah,
but like
coming
it
back.
Yeah.
And Express felt like they were cheated.
Then neck.
Nick with was it Chitara?
Yeah. They beat Chitara.
No, Nick won by 2-1.
Yeah, they beat Chitara.
Yeah,
Actually, for me, the Ghana Premier League, I'm a Vipers fan.
yeah,
Vipers have been good because we've only lost like one game, isn't it?
yeah. They're leading now.
Yeah,
You're the
one
lead.
game.
Yeah.
That was against Villa
Mhm, yeah.
2 weeks back.
That's
And
how it's done,
then
guys. Yeah.
So Vipers have been consistent, and I'll go for Vipers to win the league. But shout out to Nick. Nick has been
Yeah,
consistent.
yeah.
It has beaten.
Like
I don't know. Does Abdallah
I
Movido
hate
still
those
have that
teams.
job?
I hate
No,
those
no, no, no,
teams.
no. He was sacked.
Was
He was
sacked
sacked.
already?
Yeah, he was
Ah.
sacked. So
Yes.
they're looking for a new
I hate
coach.
those
They had.
three-letter teams. Like a while back, Bull wasn't a thing. Then he just came, Bull.
Then
And
do
then he started playing well.
And
Even
it-
Nick is now coming.
These
I'm
are,
going
these
to
are
play well. For a
companies.
few-
They just use the name.
These
Yeah.
companies, they just come for like the season. They try to scare us. But the fact is, we know that it's
But
Vipers,
but
ECC.
if you talk about companies,
Vipers.
UPDF has been there, Vipers has
Yeah,
been
Maroons,
there,
URA.
URA. They have been there.
But Nick has been performing.
In Uganda, I think it's very hard for a person to have their own team. It's very difficult.
Yeah, it's hard to fund those teams, but
Yeah.
because they don't make money.
You have to invest
In
in.
Uganda, there are no image rights. I hear sometimes makes a deal. Each team gets 60 million per season. I don't know as image rights, but that is Vipers spend 60 million on a good day.
Oh no, on a match day actually.
Yeah,
Like
to go to
one-
Mbara and play a game.
Believe me, it's
remember
easier
you
to
have to.
understand financials of that's that it's easier to understand international football financial jargon than to
Than-
understand that of
Uganda. I don't even know how teams survive.
Okay, as we are concluding, I'll ask everyone to give their cutting shots and then we call it a wrap. Your final and last remarks.
Oh.
Start with you, coach.
Hala Madrid. I want a Good Friday. I know it's Good Friday, but I want a Good Friday.
Okay.
You know what I mean? A Good Friday is me rubbing it into to my Arsenal fans that next time you get them next time. That's a Good Friday for me. Hala Madrid.
Okay, Benja.
My final remarks. I'll say Lakers in 5. That's all.
Okay, for me, I don't have final remarks, but I would just say please, as you're watching, always subscribe, like, comment, and give us feedback where we feel like we have missed. We can start from there next time. Today I've been with people that are informative, they know sports. So if you feel like you can challenge them, please inbox, comment.
Okay.
We are open. Yeah, but this was Benja. This is Coach Mark. See you next time. I remain as Marvin. Thank you for watching.